And for all of you people in the southern part of the United States that don't know what white stuff is, this is called snow. This is the freeway, and as you can tell, it's nothing but ice. We've been doing about a whole whopping 25 mile an hour for the last 22 miles. This is just a typical Montana day. I just thought I would put this in this hunting video for you guys so you can tell that things here can get a little dicey every once in a while depending on the weather. Hope you enjoy. Hey everybody, this is the Carbine Cowboy. We're out here on the 3rd of November trying to do a little bit of duck hunting. We had a winter blizzard that rolled in the day before yesterday, and everything kind of got a little cold and icy. It's one of those kind of days where it's snowing, and as you can tell, it turned everything into a winter wonderland. So we're going to try to hang around here for a little while. It's really foggy, it's snowing, it's pretty cold. We're going to see what we can do as far as maybe getting a duck or a goose. And if we do, we'll get it on video. I'm out here today with Sasquatch. And we've had a few big flocks of birds flying, but none of them wanted to commit to the decoys. And we'll see what we can do. Well, I'm out here with Sasquatch. He's using his Browning Auto 5. It's got a 30-inch barrel, and I'm using my Winchester Model 1897, and we have had a few ducks fly by. We've shot, I don't know, maybe half a dozen rounds apiece. The birds are flying high today due to the storm that we've been having. We just had a pair of shovelers come in, and it blew the feathers out of him and he hit the ground. But the problem that we have is when you look out over in here, the snow out here is about boot top deep and the grass is about up to your knees. That bird hit the ground and we have yet to locate it. We just spent the last 20 minutes out there stomping around looking for it. That's why I, back in my younger days when I used to do a lot of duck hunting, I used to have a chocolate lab. And well, I'll tell you what, if you're a hardcore duck hunter, using a good dog will save you a lot of time and energy trying to find a crippled bird. Because the problem that you have is when them birds hit land, and if you don't mark them adequately or they're not dead and they're cripples, they will get away from you. This is the first duck hunting that I've done since I've probably been in Montana. I haven't killed a duck in probably 15 years. And Sasquatch, Montana Mountain Man, had finally conned me into doing this. I used to do this quite a bit. Actually, I'm lying. I did a lot. But hunting these ducks here in Montana is a little bit different than what I'm used to on the Columbia River. The river never froze over. But these little ponds up here, these stock ponds, they've got a skim ice on them. And
it's more of a slush.
It's kind of more of a slush. And these birds, they know it.
Yeah.
So they'll come over the decoys. And what they'll do is they get about 30, 45 yards. And then they know that there's ice out here. But we're the only ones down here hunting today. But the shotgun shells that we're using are Winchester Experts. 2 3/4 inch. number 2 steel. The reason why we use those is most of the shotguns that we have, the autoloaders, are older, and they're only chambered for 2 3/4 inch, which they do work very well. I've killed a lot of ducks and geese with 2 3/4 inch 12 gauge number 2 steel, and I can't complain. It's just that everybody today seems to think you need to shoot 3 inch or 3.5 inch 12 gauge and shoot ball bearing size shot. I have tried some of the newer stuff, the Black Cloud and stuff like that, and to be quite honest with you, And I'm not saying this in any kind of biased way, but I didn't really notice a big improvement over steel shot. And the expense of it is a whole lot more. Your non-toxic stuff like bismuth and stuff like that, that stuff, I was looking at buying some last night for my double barrel 16 gauge, and that stuff is running anywhere between $35 and $40 for 10 rounds. I cannot justify that kind of price just for 2-3 hours out here doing a little bit of duck hunting. It's a fine double barrel shotgun, but I can't justify $40 for 10 rounds. Now I know there's a lot of duck hunters out there that'll argue that point with me. And my attitude is kind of like old P.T. Barnum. You know, there's a sucker born every minute. I'm not saying that the stuff doesn't work, but I'm a working man and I work for a living, and I refuse to pay $4 for a single round for a shotgun show. Call me a tightwad if you want, but it ain't happening with this guy.
$10 works.
So we'll see if we can get any more. We're going to be here for a little bit longer, and then we're going to pack it up and call it a day because I have to work today. Hello everybody, this is the Carbine Cowboy. This is the 4th of November. I'm out here today hunting with Montana Mountain Man and Sasquatch again. We're doing a little bit of duck hunting. We've been down here for just a tad bit, and we've already got us a nice little duck, nice little diver. Flock of them came over and I managed to scratch one. Not too bad considering I haven't killed one in about 15 years. But we're down here just having a high old time. As you can tell, it's winter time out here. We had to crawl up the freeway doing a whole whopping 25-30 miles an hour because the roads are nothing but a solid sheet of ice, as we say here in Montana. It's winter time. But I just thought I'd get a few pictures of this and show it to you. We've got us a nice little spread of birds out here. We managed to find a little spillway because all the water's about froze over. And we're just having a high old time. The shotgun that I'm using today is a Remington Model 1100. Montana Mountain Man is using his Browning 10 gauge. And Sasquatch is using his Winchester Model 1400 autoloader. So we're having a pretty good day out here. See if I can zoom in on that bird for you. There you go. It's not a bad looking little bird. Knocked him out of a flock at about 50 yards. Well, like I said, that's the first one I've got in about 15 years. So I'm pretty pleased with myself. As we get some more, I'll keep rolling on the video. Well, everybody, we're not doing too good on the duck hunting, but we got a massive snowstorm moving in, as you can tell. I thought I'd show you that. And big old heavy clouds are moving in, and it's dropping snow on the mountaintops right there. It's awful gray. It's not very warm out here today. It's only about 20 some odd degrees. And water's starting to freeze over. And it's had a lot of birds flying, but with it being a little clear, a little bit of a sunny day, they're flying high and wide. So we're not going to be out here much longer. Montana Mountain Man and I have to work today, this afternoon, which is kind of a bad thing, I guess. Kind of interferes with our hunting just a little bit, but that's the way it works. You gotta pay to play. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this quickie little video. Anyway, and looks like we might have some birds flying around out here, if I can find them in the camera. They had a pretty good flock of them. I think they turned and went to the north of us. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring you this quickie little video. For those of you that are in warmer climates, I hope you enjoy. For those of us that are in an icebox, well, this is pretty much what we're used to. So, I hope you guys enjoy this little video. It's a lot of fun making it. I wish the action was a little faster. But, as I said before, you know, all of your anti-hunters just seem to think you come out here and these animals just line up to be shot. Well, it doesn't always work that way. And that's why they call it hunting, not shooting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this.